G'day everyone, it's Curtis here and welcome to an On The Back Wheel video. It's finally been confirmed, people. The Honda CRF300L and Rally are officially coming to the United States. No official date has been given yet, but Honda USA has issued a press release with detailed specifications and prices. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh yeah, if you like what I'm doing, hit that like button and subscribe. Alright, while we had details from overseas models and leaks, we now officially have the new USA-bound CRF300L and Rally specs, including horsepower, seat height, weight, and tons more changes and details that we didn't have before. Let's start with the price. The bikes are now up on the Honda Powersports website, and that's where I grabbed the details from. The 300L is $5,249 plus a $380 delivery fee, and the Rally is $5,999 plus the same $380 delivery fee. Both bikes are available in ABS trim, which adds $300 to both models. In comparison, the recently updated Kawasaki KLX300 is priced between $5,599 and $5,799. I think the price is pretty respectable. It's only $50 more than the previous year's 250L, but it's looking like it'll be a much better bike. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the seat height, as there was some conjecture about this based off overseas models. The seat height for the 300L is 34.7 inches and the Rally is 35.2 inches. I personally don't care about seat heights, but I know a lot of people do worry about it based on comments on my website. So now you've got your answer, people. I've had a look at the accessories and there is no lowering kit or low seat yet, so you're on your own there. The power for both models is 27 horsepower and 19.6 foot-pound of torque. The Australian version was confirmed to be 27 horsepower a couple of weeks ago, and this appears to be the worldwide figure now. I'm not sure what those crazy Thai are doing with their 30 odd horsepower. This means that 300 has 2.6 more horsepower and 2.9 foot-pound torque more than the 250. This honestly is not the bump I was hoping for, but we'll just have to see how it rides. The Kawasaki, for comparison, they haven't given a horsepower figure yet, but the KLX300R puts out roughly 32 horsepower, and you would think the new dual sport would be very similar. We knew that the transmission ratios had been changed previously, and Honda has now confirmed that the lower gears are closer together and the top gears are wider. I think this is a good change that should help with both off-road and with highway cruising, especially now it's got a little bit more torque. It should be able to pull the taller gearing. While we're speaking about the transmission, the clutch pull has been made 20% lighter and they now have a slipper clutch. Lighter clutch pull, always good to me. Honda also provided details on a lot of changes that we didn't have before. On the 300L, the riding position has been slightly revised. They've done that by changing the handlebar shape. The handlebar weights have been added to reduce vibration. Not that really matters because you're going to throw out those handlebars anyway. The foot pegs have been moved back and the right swing arm pivot cover has been slimmed down. The seat is unchanged on the 300L, but on the Rally it has been widened by 20mm, but it still tapers in at the front, so it's nice and slim. So the biggest change here really is the foot peg position. With them making it further back, it should give you more room to change gears. I know a lot of people complain about being unable to get the foot under the gear lever and they end up changing to aftermarket gear shifters, so this is a good change, I think. We knew that the frame was one piece already, but it has been changed a fair bit more than I initially thought. These changes, coupled with a new engine, have gained 1.2 inches of ground clearance. Always a good thing if you ask me, especially when the 250L was a bit low and used to scrape and catch on a lot of things. The frame's lateral rigidity has been reduced by 25%. This should give the bike more feel. We'll have to see by riding it though. The swing arm has been lightened and lateral rigidity has been reduced by 23% and torsional rigidity by 17%. It'll be interesting to see if this makes the bike feel much different. You think it will, and the swing arm has also been lightened, so that'll help too. The width at the front of the swing arm has been reduced by 15mm too. So we know the bike's lost weight in the frame and swing arm, but they've also trimmed down the weight in a fair few other areas too. The rear sprocket is thinner with smaller M8 bolts. The rear axle is now hollow. The new dash is lighter. On the Rally, they've trimmed down the front guards, side covers, toolbox, and license plate bracket. On both bikes, the lower triple clamp has been lightened by changing it to aluminium instead of steel. Now, traditionally, aluminium gives a stiffer feel, and less flex. So we'll see if that does much to the feel of the bike, but it's good that they've reduced weight here because it's quite high up and that always helps. The suspension travel and ground clearance is the same as we already knew, and both bikes have non-adjustable suspension. Honda has stated in this press release that the suspension has been revised resulting in improved off-road performance, but we'll have to see on that one. A couple of changes that are minor but I thought were worth mentioning is there's a new rear master cylinder and the kickstand is stronger and has a larger footprint. The weight on the 300L is 309 pounds, wet and ready to ride, and the rally is 333 pounds. So even with the weight loss, these are still fatties, still pretty heavy dual sports if you ask me. What's weird is if you add ABS to the 300L, it only adds 2 pounds, but then you add it to the rally, it adds 4 pounds. I don't know what's going on there, that's weird. Alright, that's a lot of information and a lot to get through. I'll put the specs on my website so you can read them for yourself, along with the detailed frame changes. Honda have said there will be some accessories, including a top box, handguards, skid plate, electrical socket, rack, and more. But I had a look on the website and I can't find anything yet. Maybe it'll be added in the future, I'll let you know then. So there's actually been more changes than I thought there was going to be, and I'm happy with the tiny price increase. I mean, $50 is nothing for the changes they've made. Sure, I wish the power bump was bigger. It's pretty dismal if you ask me, and I wish the suspension was adjustable and the weight was lower, but for the price it's pretty damn good. We'll have to see how the suspension goes. The weight, we may be able to bring it down with the tail tidy, lithium battery, and an exhaust system, but by the time you do that and put a bit of money into your suspension, your costs are getting up quite high. Now we'll just have to wait and see when they're going to release them and what the stock numbers will be. So is anyone keen to get one of the new 300s? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for me. Hit that like button, subscribe, and keep it on the back wheel, people.